Welcome everybody into Capitol High School for this Mountain State Athletic Conference showdown between the 4-2 Huntington Highlanders and the 8-2 Capitol Cougars. Both of these teams sit at 3rd and 4th in the conference respectively. Capitol getting the nod at 3rd with their 2-1 record. Their 8-2 start is one of the best they've had in years after finishing last season 4-17 and 3-12 in the Mountain State. That included a 10-game losing streak that capped off 2024-2025. As we get through the Huntington High starters, they finished last year a lot better, 10-13, 5-5. They started off that year 0-7, but ended up getting things back in blood. 6 straight wins for them, and a streaky team that needs to find their footing here against an in-conference rival and the Capitol Cougars. We get ready for them to take the floor, starting for the Huntington Highlanders. Number 2, Pearson Dejanka. Number 4, Nate Hanna. Number 3, Ethan Dalton. Number 33, Tavion Wilson. And number 44, Max Bowen. And you can't deny Max Bowen at all. He's averaging 7.3 rebounds, 6'5", 230. It's a big man down low. As we get over to Capitol High School, they are without junior guard David Robinson Jr. He's been a defensive impact. He was a phenomenal football player for the Cougars. And number 55, who was not rostered pregame, is making their start. As we get through the rest of this Capitol team that's won 8 games so far, already doubling their wins from last season. Number 11, DJ Spencer. Number 15, Deshad Williams. Number 2, Josiah Green. Number 4, Demonye Chandler. And number 55, if someone does know the name, we do read the chat here at HD Media Game. They would much appreciate the help out there, but he'll be taken over at the 5, or it looks to be the 4, as Chandler will take the opening tip, the junior forward, going against Huntington's senior forward center, 6'3", 215 for Tavion Wilson, a very solid football player as well. As both of these schools know how to get it done on the gridiron and the court. Both winning records and an immediate turnover. Capitol takes advantage early and will head to the line within 9 seconds. To be Deshad Williams, he's averaging 11.7, which leads the Capitol Cougars, and second, just 0.2 points behind him, Josiah Green, the 6'4" senior forward for the Cougars. Huntington High not playing nearly as many games as Capitol, as Capitol already has the 8-win mark with the same amount of losses at 2. And their last game, Huntington lost 68-71 to a Park South team that also bested the Capitol Cougars. That's both teams' only loss in the Mountain State. For Capitol, in their last game, they won over Beechcroft in Columbus, Ohio, 63-49, where the ball was spread out well. Number 15, Williams, Deshad Williams, he scored 15. Green finished with 10. And out of the 13 players rostered on Capitol High's varsity squad, 10 of them ended up putting a basket in. So a very solid shared game to get them a win over a school in Columbus. Looks like they're still figuring out who's shooting where. There'll be 2 free throws heading Huntington's way. Be 2 technical free throws. And they're still figuring things out. So there will be 2 free throws for the Cougars. Technical foul on Capitol. 2 free throws for the Highlanders. So these are just regular free throws, not technical. So it will be their leading scorer, Williams, to knock down the first points tonight. 6'1", 180 for the senior guard, captain. And his second one, no good. Now they'll send Nate Hanna, 5'9", 150, 5 points per game. No, I apologize. Pearson Dejanka, he's averaging 16.2 and a steal and a half this year. But he'll miss his first free throw. 9 seconds in, already feeling the heat of this rivalry. and this Kanawha County, Cabell County matchup. So we'll finally get to some action after a long delay of 1 for 2 free throws on each side. It'll be Huntington High basketball. We're back in action. Dalton will be the one to bring it up the floor. Capital already 2 deflections on the day. That one almost heading their way again. They already have a steal off the initial possession. DeMaje Spencer gets that one out of bounds. And it will be Dalton, the main ball handler. A lot of eyes on 33 today, Tavian Wilson. He has been dominant, averaging 17.5 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, just everywhere for this Huntington team that has 3 players in double digits in scoring this year. Bobbled around and reset by the Highlanders. Very long Capital team. You can tell that they've really imposed their will on defense. And Huntington not getting anything. This crowd's going to get into it. Before the game, we were talking about the pep band here at HD Media, and they are loud. So it'll be hard to hear me at times. But that is a long possession for Huntington. Doesn't go anywhere to knock down mid-range for Deshad Williams. Moves him up to 3 points. Capital will stay in their man defensive look. Not too much help side here shown by the Cougars. A little handoff at the elbow and not going to have anything. Not one good look so far for Huntington High outside of their technical free throw. Layup stolen away before they get a shot up, try to get a pass off. And a great transition look for the Cougars. Chandler gets 2. And an early timeout for a Huntington Highlander offense that's had nothing. That'll be their first, and we'll be back after a quick break for first quarter action.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer for adventure in uncharted territory, for the moments that move your soul, for living life to the fullest. We offer Land Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz and Audi brands. With free pickup and delivery, Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service, and our skilled service technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
And welcome back here to Capital High School's gymnasium. Capital imposing their will on defense early. 2 steals, a missed shot by Huntington High, and absolutely nothing but a technical free throw going their favor on offense. Capital will get straight into their man press. And when you want to pick someone up a full 84 feet, it really shows you're confident in your player's ability on defense. This time it'll be Nate Hanna to bring the ball up for Huntington. Typically it's been Dalton. Hanna lost control, stolen away right before it goes out of bounds by Chandler. And 3 steals on 4 possessions for Huntington High. Cannot control the ball and only have that free throw to their name. Thought about a 3. Chandler goes up at the right and he's fouled on the way. That'll be Max Boren picking up his first real foul, or second real foul of the day for Huntington. This one, Wilson Chandler to the line. He's got a layup just a bit earlier in this quarter. One foul on Dalton, 1 on Boren, and the first free throw good. Moves them up to 6 points on the quarter. Huntington High just needs to get a shot off. Got to feel good about yourself in the first quarter, at least a little bit. Second shot on the way for Chandler. Huntington keeping the same 5 out there. And he'll go 2 for 2 from the line. Moves them to 3 for 4 from the charity stripe as a team. And number 55 already let them know. Quickly advanced though. Huntington, no problem with the press. It's the half-court offense that is killing them. Can't get any good looks. That one almost poked away and stolen by Williams. Long skip to Wilson. Guarded very tightly. Look for the three. Back rim and over it. So that by far their best look for Pearson DeJinka there, the junior captain. He's averaging 16. You know he's capable of those shots, but right there, just not the one. 1-7. 3 minutes in. Good post feed, but physical defense by DeJinka gets the ball back, and a whole new group for Huntington High. Armand Washington, Jatai Owens, Kyron Chandler, the only listed freshman on the team, number 32, who's not listed on this Huntington High team. So both 55 for Capital and 32 for Huntington making surprise appearances. That'll be number 1 to bring down the freshman. Lost control of it. And they'll say it's Capital ball. Steal number 4 for the Cougars. Only 1 or 2 attempted field goals in the first 3.5 minutes of the game. And it caused them to burn an early timeout. They're sitting at 4 for Huntington. Capital still has all 5. Williams will bring it in. Crowd not getting into it too much as they're not even letting Huntington into this game. But it surely allowed a packed crowd here at Capital High. Williams pro hop into a 3. Top of the backboard, swirls around and no good for Josiah Green. Him and Williams, the two averaging double digits for this Capital Cougars team. 11.5 for Green, 11.7 for Williams. They're both in double digits last time they played, as I said earlier, against Beechcroft and Columbus, Ohio. They took a 14-point win over the team out in Ohio. And this is a big matchup for both teams early in the season, both winning programs right now. And Kyron Chandler, the freshman, is going to have to handle himself. So is number 22, Armand Washington, who lost control of it, but gets it back, guarded by 55. That one stolen away. Number 11, going up with the right hand, and one. DJ Spencer. And looks like the starters are coming back in for Huntington High. Coach Lambros has seen enough. DJ Spencer, 4.9 points per game for the 5'10" junior guard. Looking to have 3 total with this 3-point play the old-fashioned way. One sub coming in for Capital. That'll be Camden Harris, senior guard, captain. Looks like Harris will come in for Spencer as they're waiting on the shooter. And they clear everybody off the line. And that one good for Spencer. And another technical foul on Capital. That's number 2 in the first 4 minutes of this game. And this technical comes before any starter can sub in. So they're going to place it in the hands of Xavier Turner, the 6'2" junior guard. He's going to have to knock down these 2 free throws, get them on the board again. The first one good for Turner. Second free throw good. So it will be 2 for 2 for the junior. As notified by my producer that refs this year, especially in WSSAC, really cracking down on inappropriate language on the court, and Capital could be getting into too heat of the moment, getting fiery, and allows them to give up 2 free throws. I believe they made both, but I think he only made 1. So he did make both. They went 0 for 2 at the start with DeJinka. Long skip, gets to the elbow, and Wilson's going to prove why he's a good scorer that time. Not enough, though. Got it off to the block. Right-handed lay, no good. Put back is Deshaun Williams. Moves him to 5 points, 12-2. And now the man press starting to take its toll on the Highlanders. Dejinka. Trying to get Wilson downhill. He'll draw a foul. Be foul number 3 on the Cougars. Both teams sitting at 3 fouls with 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. So we'll take a timeout. Be 30 when we come back. Capital Ball. 100 ball.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
And we're back here after the Capital timeout. Looks like they took a full after the foul on Tavian Wilson. He's 0 for 1 today. The 17.5 point per game, 8.2 rebounds per game, and 1.7 blocks per game. Senior forward center for Huntington has got nothing going. 0 made field goals for the Highlanders. They're 3 for 4 from the line. Dejinka, he's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Xavier Turner came in after all 5 were subbed off earlier in the first quarter. And they knocked down both of them before the starters came back in with 3 minutes left. The 2 technicals is really the only offense Huntington has had. It's been a missed 3 by Dejinka, a missed layup by Wilson, and 4 steals for this Capital High School defense. Williams already has 5 in this contest for the Cougars. Chandler sitting at 4, and DJ Spencer an and 1 that put him at 3. The 3:02 after the foul. Both teams sitting at 3 fouls apiece and 4 timeouts apiece now after the Capital timeout. 2-3 look out of the baseline, out of bounds. That one rimmed out for Dejinka. Put back, side backboard, put back again, no good. And fought for. Huntington recovers. Gets it out to Wilson, who drives baseline. A new 5, and that one's good for the freshman. Kyron Chandler knocks it down. And the first field goal is made by a class of 2029 player, Kyron Chandler. Assisted by Wilson. He's sitting at around the 2.5 assist mark per game, too. 6-12. Despite the dominant effort by Capital, that 6-point lead doesn't feel too large. Checking in, number 3, Camden Harris, the senior captain. Williams to let a 3 go, back rim and no good. Harris fought for it. It's knocked out of bounds, and it'll be off of Capital last. I believe it hit DJ Spencer's hand there right before it exited the plane. It's going to be Huntington ball with a chance to make it a 1-possession game. Number 32 and number 55 for Capital, both playing significant minutes. 55 on the bench now for the Cougars, but 32 unrostered as well on max preps. See him still in the game. He was one of those 5 that came in the mass sub for the Highlanders. It's Chandler, Dejinka, Dalton, Wilson, and number 32 on the floor for Huntington. And there's Wilson knocking down his first bucket. They're using every bit of that 6'3", 215 frame. It looks like they're in a zone look, a 3-2. Don't see that every day, as Capital's going to try and decipher this look. Cassie Morgan, 8.5 points per game from the guard off the bench. Checked in, has the ball now. 1:20 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Really confused by this look, not getting into their zone. Oh, it's going to be a 3, though. They're good, and Wilson will secure the rebound to bring the ball up. 3 for Dejinka is good. second on the team in scoring for a reason, and that looked confident. He moves to 50% from beyond the arc in tonight's game. 1 point lead from a Capital team that played perfect defense for 5 minutes. Now they have to figure out this confusing 3-2 look from the Huntington Highlanders. Keep swinging the ball around the perimeter. There's a miscommunication that leads to an open three for Isaiah Scott. And that's just how you beat the zone. You keep the ball moving, let the defense make a mistake. And now Huntington going to look for the last shot here. Go up with the right, no good. Put back not there, still 10 seconds left. Long advance to Williams. Left-handed lay is good. What a first quarter. Still time for a shot. Here's a three. Missed everything. Capital up 6 after a strong defensive performance. We'll be back with the second quarter of action on hdmediagameday.com.
This is Ben Salango with Salango Law. Salango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Salango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Salango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at salangolaw.com.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
Welcome back to Capital High School, and hello to everyone watching us on the HD Media Game Day YouTube channel. If you enjoy watching great games like this one, please take a moment and hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to drop a comment in the chat. We love to hear from our community. Remember, your support makes it possible for HD Media to continue bringing the best high school sports games directly to you wherever you are. It'll be Capital ball to start off this second quarter, up by 6. A little 6-0 or 5-0 run to end that first quarter where it was 11-12 with about a minute left. Figuring things out against this zone look from Huntington. Deep three is good for Cassie Morgan. And sophomore proving why he averaged that 8.5 on this stat Capital team with 8 wins. And another turnover by Huntington. Almost careless with the ball today. That's at least 5 turnovers for the Highlanders in the first 8 minutes and 30 seconds of this game. 20-11. And DeJinko almost gets his turnover back there, forcing one for deflection, but it stays Capital ball. Staying in man now, Huntington. Gets it out to the corner for 3, long. Wilson can't secure it. The small guard will get the offensive rebound, and they'll get the offense back in action. Huntington still on a 3-2 now, actually. The flash middle. Keep the ball around the perimeter. Deep three, thought about it, doesn't take it for Morgan. And Capital will take their sweet time. You're up 9 early here. Just get the look you want. There's no rush to score. That is Darius Thomas, sophomore guard, recently checking in here after the break. Little wraparound pass won't get anything, but it goes to the mid-range. And it falls. Back-to-back buckets for Cassie Morgan. Moves him up to 5 points, 6:14 remaining. 2 minutes of basketball and only 1 turnover for Huntington on offense. That 3 no good, but it adds to their totals. Up by 11 now. Capital will turn it over. It's one of the only things this Capital team has done wrong so far. Playing very poised against a new defensive look from Huntington that they're showing. And And the scoreboard's backing that up. 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. Capital staying in their man defense a look. Not offering too much help side, just letting their players guard to the best of their ability. 3-on-3 here. Dalton spins around and it's stolen away. Steal number 6. Layup off the backboard, too hot. And it'll be Huntington ball. They say it went off of Scott's hands there. Huntington just needs to take care of the basketball. Having a few turnovers is one thing, but the majority of possessions being steals is the opposite of what you need. That a close call again to another one. They'll keep it moving here on the perimeter. That one good from deep for Nate Hanna. He averages 5 points per game for this Huntington team, with 3 players averaging over 15. That's a hard thing to do as a shooting guard on this team. That 3 no good from Morgan. Offensive rebound secured by Capital though. Deep corner, NBA corner 3 is good. Isaiah Scott, his second made 3 of the contest. And they answer right back and move the lead right back up to 11. Wilson gets it in the short corner, goes up at the right, and it takes a shooter's roll into the rim. And he's up to 4 points now. The lead is back to single digits for the Cougars. Capital just having a very leisure time on offense. Not too much ball pressure from Huntington in this look. I believe they switch back to man. And they have. Horn set for Capital. Get it out to the right side. Here comes the ball screen. And Morgan to have this much command with the ball. That layup no good, but a good take is impressive for such a young player. A sophomore on an 8-win team in early January. Layup no good for number 32. The attempted save, his foot is on the line and no dice. So again, Capital will walk the ball down the floor. No ball pressure from Huntington shown yet. But in a man look, instead of that 3-2 that stalled the Cougars for a little bit, baseline drive. Layup no good, rim has a lid on it right now. Putback not there either. It's a fight for the ball on the ground. Jump ball will be called. So Huntington gets away with a poor rebounding attempt. Huntington basketball there after the jump ball. Possession arrow in their favor. The full court. Picking up still. Guarded very tightly by Darius Thomas. Pick and roll attempt not there. Stolen away. Number 3 hesitates. Now gets it to Morgan. And Kasai Morgan will be shooting 2. And he is just showing out early for Capital. The highlight of this team, especially in absence of David Robinson Jr., who started today in sweatpants, knew he wasn't going to be able to compete. First free throw good for Kasai. Second one on the way, a double-digit lead already secured for the Cougars. Only one foul here. 5 minutes through this second period. We had 7 combined to end the first. Huntington gets it to Wilson. It's just a collision that will end up being a foul called on Kasai Morgan. That'll be the first one of the day on number 10. Now Huntington's still in it despite their offensive shortcomings. Really need to figure out this Capital press, this Capital half-court look, just this Capital defense in general, giving them fits. Wilson guarded by number 2 Green. And Josiah Green will switch on to Huntington's number 2, DeJinka. Baseline drive to the 3. No hesitation. Pull, side, backboard, and in for Nate Hanna. Now, it's going to be 3 points regardless, but that's not going on any scouting film. A lucky miss. That went in for the Highlanders. Dribble drive kicked out. They'll reset the offense. Swinging around the perimeter. Side pro hop to the right hand. No good. And rebounded by Wilson. Going to push the floor in transition. DeJinka thought about a 3. Won't get it. Pass is all out of control. Stolen away by Capital. Went up with the right. Smiling a lot. Camden Harris, the senior guard. He'll head to the line, up 8. Chance to make it a 10-point game once again for the senior captain. Harris was the 6th man today, first one off the bench, as DJ Spencer and Deshad Williams looking to check in, their leading scorers this year. Or one being their leading scorer this year. Spencer only averaging 4.9. He has a very tough and one layup. Looks like Spencer's coming in for Harris. And Kasai Morgan will take a back seat. He's got 7 already. First free throw was good for Harris. Second one doesn't follow suit. He'll shoot 50%. Stolen away, though, by Harris. He wants to play a little longer. He saw coaches coming in to get the shooter. 1:40 left. Just 100 seconds before we head to our break at halftime. 3. A lot of room and no luck for number 23, Cam Bulger, the big freshman. 6'3", 215 forward. Baseline drive, gets fouled on the way up. And it'll be number 4, Nate Hanna, shooting 2. I think that foul is going to be on number 13, Darius Thomas. 2 on the way for Hanna. First one no good. He has 6 points so far. 2 made threes. One of those being a side backboard bank in. Just how you drew it up. And all things considered, Huntington hanging in this game very well. Second free throw is good. Moves their team to 4 and 6 from the line. 4 of those free throws coming from technical shots. 20-27. Huntington High back into a 3-2, communicating well. Don't want to let up an open 3 as Capital started to find the answer there earlier. Knocked down 2 in a row. And there's an open look. And there's an open 3. DJ Spencer moves him to 6 points and a 10-point lead for Capital. 40 seconds left. Wilson dumped it off after the drive, and the layup good for Boren. Not known for his scoring. He's a big rebounder, but right there showing off the touch from 8 feet out. 21 seconds left. Not going to feel any ball pressure. Just keep moving and get the last shot. Heading to half with a double-digit lead, hopefully. Be very patient around the perimeter. 5 seconds left. DJ. Looks like he wants it. Gets in wide open mid-range. Turnaround. Jumper falls. And Darius Thomas will send Capital into the locker room happy. It's 32-22. When we come back from the break, you're watching HD Media Game Day. Don't go anywhere. Having a bit of difficulties with our switcher. Don't go anywhere. We'll be remaining live through all the problems, but we'll get things back and running and back with the second half of action real soon. Just don't go nowhere.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Lester Raines Mazda in South Charleston has been serving this area for over 50 years. Be moved with a Mazda test drive. Come in and see how Lester Raines Mazda gives you a 5-star rated shopping experience. We will work out your financing so you can sit back and enjoy your new car. At Lester Raines Mazda, it's not just about selling the vehicle, it's about service after the sale. Stop by or visit us online. Lester Raines Mazda in South Charleston. Move and be moved.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
The cold is here to stay. It's time to remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today. Don't be left in the cold this winter. Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has technicians standing by 24/7 to address your heating system or plumbing needs. Through winter, we're offering 0% financing on a new Rheem home furnace. And join the Mullen Advantage Club, which provides member discounts on HVAC and plumbing repairs year-round. Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call or visit us online today to schedule your appointment at mullenplumbing.com.
Bowtie Mike here, reminding you that Cardinal Chevrolet is your destination for all things automotive. We offer a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, a full-service collision center, parts and service departments, plus up to 125% of KBB for your trade. Stop by for a no-obligation appraisal. We make the deals that nobody can match because it's got the Bowtie guarantee. Hurry in. CardinalChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
For more than 170 years, Burke & Herbert Bank continues to deliver service beyond expectations to our customers. With an expanded footprint from the mountains of West Virginia to the Eastern Shore and beyond, we're here for you. As a full-service community bank offering the latest digital tools and guidance, we take the time to understand your unique needs, helping you move your family, your business, and your dreams forward together. Burke & Herbert Bank.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer for adventure in uncharted territory, for the moments that move your soul, for living life to the fullest. We offer Land Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz and Audi brands. With free pickup and delivery, Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service, and our skilled service technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
This is Ben Salango with Salango Law. Salango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted Best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Salango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Salango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at salangolaw.com.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owns doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Lester Raines Mazda in South Charleston has been serving this area for over 50 years. Be moved with a Mazda test drive. Come in and see how Lester Raines Mazda gives you a 5-star rated shopping experience. We will work out your financing so you can sit back and enjoy your new car. At Lester Raines Mazda, it's not just about selling the vehicle, it's about service after the sale. Stop by or visit us online. Lester Raines Mazda in South Charleston. Move and be moved.
Welcome back, everybody, into Capitol High School Gymnasium as the Cougars take a 32-22 commanding lead over the Huntington Highlanders. The 8-2 Capitol Cougars are 2-1 in the Mountain State, the same as their opponents across the court. Capitol ranked 3rd in the conference. Huntington at 4th, only behind Park South. And we get things. Should be Huntington ball, I believe, coming in here soon after the break. Huntington, only their first 3 points were all off technical free throws. It's been 6 steals by this Capitol defense that has propelled them to a 10-point lead, which arguably could be a lot more despite some good shooting from this Huntington High team. 4 made threes, 2 of those coming from senior shooting guard Nate Hanna. And right before we get things started here, as the clock shows 00, now is a great time to sign up for a digital subscription to the Gazette-Mail. For just $1, you will get 6 months of unlimited access to breaking news, feature stories, the e-edition of the Gazette-Mail, and of course the best high school sports coverage in the state. That's right, just $1 for half a year. Go to wvgazettemail.com to subscribe today. Huntington had a moment there in the first half where they subbed out their entire starting five as they were not performing well. It was a 3-12 game. Huntington brought it back to 11-12 and switched to a 3-2 zone that this Capital offense just picked apart. They also have knocked down 4 made threes, 2 of those coming from the corner from Isaiah Scott, the junior forward of the Capital High School Cougars, number 0. Looks like they'll have the starting five right back out there. Number 55, who do we not have rostered for Capital. Huntington ball ready to go. Down 10, still alive, fighting this one. Dezhenka gets it out to Hannah for 3, and he's lethal today. 10 points for the senior shooting guard. And Tavian Wilson comes into this game averaging 17.5. Hannah's averaging 5, and he's doubling his averages. That's 10 on the night on 3 made threes and a free throw. Look for the mid-range there. Doesn't want it for Josiah Green. They'll swing the ball out to Williams. And defensive look for Huntington again. Here's a 3. Short and off both sides of the rim before landing in Huntington Highlander possession. And that one deflected away. Almost a jump ball forced by DJ Spencer. Capital staying in their man look. They've stayed in all day, picking up around 3/4 court. Dezhenka, a deep 3. He's feeling it. This one's short. Rebound by Trey. That one thrown out of bounds. I believe that's Trey Tyson, number 21, dressing as number 55 today. So that clears up a little bit of confusion. The sophomore forwards averaging 6.4 points per game, and found out the mysterious man in the headband. That ball on the ground and a jump ball force. Going to be Capital ball. Deshad Williams getting physical on defense early, forcing a turnover and another steal for Capital High. And you take away the steals, this Huntington team might have 50 already. They've lost so many possessions, just being careless with the ball. Hannah will check out after knocking his 3 down earlier for freshman Kyron Chandler. The lead is cut down to 7. But it seems very far when you can't get the ball past half court. That ball, an NBA 3 good, a high school 3 a little long. Wilson gets it stolen. That's number 8 for Capital. Layup in transition good for Josiah Green, his first points. The 11-point per game score gets on the board finally. And Huntington just not being able to play through this physical defense Capital has been showing all day, but now they're trying to get down into the post with the feet to the block. Wilson gets it at the top of the key, doesn't get it. And an offensive foul on the rebound. I believe it's going to go against number 44, Max Boren. So number 32 will come in. I believe that could be Braxton Mount, number 32. He's listed as number 30 on the roster, so I apologize if there's any inconvenience with that. Huntington drops into a 2-3 now look on defense. They were in a 3-2 just a bit earlier. And there's a good flash to the middle. That's how you beat it. Won't get it. Put back layup by Trey. No good. Get a third attempt. 3 for $1. That one won't go back up, and they'll be patient with it. Good feed underneath. Trey knocks it down. Trey Tyson. 36-25. The lead up to 11 now. And turnover was the last 2 Huntington possessions. Missed 3, made 3 were the first 2. Trying to replicate those first 2 possessions, at least get a shot off. Baseline drive to a skip, and Dezhenka will think about it, but stay moving. Wide open cut to the basket, stolen away, still on the floor, and off Huntington High. Another turnover. Just brutal. If you're a Highlander fan today, not being able to take care of the basketball, not getting many good looks. You're still in it, though. And you just got to be thankful for that. Trey staying on the perimeter, switches in, gets to a high feed on the free throw line. They get it back to the top of the key with DJ Spence. Deep three thought about. This time Spencer will take it. Short and right. Rebound by Wilson. And that one's stolen away again. I'm losing count of how many turnovers this Huntington team has. Trey Tyson will get the steal. Layup no good. Capital dishes it out now. Driving in, got away with a little bit of contact. They'll call it a jump ball. Ronnie Chandler. Right place, right time, and it'll stay Huntington ball, but almost forces a turnover. Isaiah Scott will check in for Chandler. Chandler sitting at 4 points today. 2 points coming from the free throw line. The other one a made layup. 25-36. Here's a very contested three. This one almost wedged. And it'll stay with Capital after the missed shot from Dezhenka. 4 points for him. He's got one made three. We just saw it a little bit earlier. That's the only point so far of the quarter for Huntington. 2-3 look on defense again. They have number 35 checked in, Jatai Owens. And just being patient. Huntington not feeling much urgency being down 11 here with 3 minutes left in the third. Capital just taking exactly what the defense has given them. Flash middle, here's a mid-range. That one good from 15 for Josiah Green. And they have just picked apart every look Huntington has gave them methodically. Very slow and patient offense, working wonders for this typically high-scoring team. And that three, good in response by Kyron Chandler, his second made three. Pushes them up to 6 made threes on the night for Huntington High. 6 made threes, 3 made 2-point field goals. Those 2 of those accounting from Tavian Wilson, 1 from Max Boren. And that shot off for the Cougars. So only down 10 again, the deficit that we just saw heading into the break. And still staying in man, tried and true for the Cougars so far. In a very fast game, just due to the lack of stoppages we've seen. Here's another three from the freshman. This time it's no good. Offensive rebound somehow slips through, but stolen away by Trey Tyson. And it'll be Capital ball for the scrum with it. Kasai Morgan had a very solid second quarter. He has 7 points so far. Checking into the game, as well as number 13, Darius Thomas for Capital. 2 minutes left here in the third. Just slowly picking it apart. Man defense shown now by Huntington. They've changed their look up a lot. It hasn't really changed much, though. A three, this one off right. And a great box out by the sophomore gets Huntington the ball. One picked away on the way through, but they'll say too much contact caused by Deshad Williams. Leading scorer, he's sitting at 7 so far. 3 made layups and a free throw that he made at the start of the game initially. Should be a baseline out of bounds look. First foul on Huntington this quarter. The first foul on Capital this quarter. Trying to back down the big man, won't get it. Gets it inside under the basket. Deflected away by Deshad, lost by Jatai Owens initially. Another baseline's out of bounds play for Huntington. Just outlet to Wilson. I'm going to think about a three. He just wants to get downhill, and that'll be an easy dunk. Tavion Wilson getting up, and now it's an 8-point game. It's a lot closer than what this arena feels like. Oh, and here's a chance to rebuttal, and one. Josiah Green immediately answers the Wilson dunk. He has a chance for a 3-point play to put him up 11. Subs coming in for Huntington. Max Boren. He's going to get Jatai Owens. 1:16 remaining. Still not out of it, despite all the momentum being in Capital's favor pretty much for the first 3 quarters. The free throw no good, so it'll just even out. And you see electric plays by the bigs. And a lot of contact. Wanted to travel, won't get it. Wilson just going to go up with the right, and it falls. And Wilson has a chance to get a 3-point play of his own. Back-to-back buckets for the Huntington High leading scorer. This will bring him within 7 with a made free throw. Does an average 17.5 for nothing through the first 6 games of the season. This Huntington team is talented at scoring, and they haven't really been able to show it off because they haven't taken care of the ball today. So another sub coming in. They'll take Bowen out and Dalton in. The guard averaging 9.2 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 4.3 assists per game this year, senior guard. One of the starters initially on this team. Get into the horn set with Williams, letting him go baseline, and they'll say too much contact on Dejinka. Bumped him a little too hard, and this game starts to slow down as we near the end of the third quarter. Baseline out of bounds look for Capital. They'll just get it in and let Camden Harris take it here, cut to the middle. And surprised we didn't see Isaiah Scott go up with that. He's made 2 of those so far today. It's frisky around half court. They maintain possession. 30 seconds left, and now here's some ball pressure from Huntington. We've been waiting for this for 2 quarters, pretty much 3 full quarters. See them apply the pressure here. Only down 7. The very talented 8-2 Capital team. Dribble handoff to kill some of the time. Let Williams go to work. Switched on to by Hannah. Here's a pull-up 3. It's good! The long game works for Williams. And Capital's going to have a chance to have another quarter-ending shot. Turnover by Huntington again. And Williams is feeling it. You got to get it to the hot hand, number 15. 10 points now for Williams. He's tied with Hannah as the leading scorer. They went for an alley-oop. Will not get it. So we head into the break with a 10-point split. Capital up 10 when we come back.
Calendar notifications, emails, texts. These are all distractions. They take your attention away from the road, away from stoplights, sudden braking, and unexpected hazards. Distracted driving is dangerous to you and others. And if you're caught with a phone in your hand, it will cost you a minimum of $100, or even worse, it could cost a life. Keep yourself and others safe on the road. You drive, you text, you pay. This message is brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
For more than 170 years, Burke & Herbert Bank continues to deliver service beyond expectations to our customers. With an expanded footprint from the mountains of West Virginia to the Eastern Shore and beyond, we're here for you. As a full-service community bank offering the latest digital tools and guidance, we take the time to understand your unique needs, helping you move your family, your business, and your dreams forward together. Burke & Herbert Bank.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter, and so you don't miss any of the action coming up, HD Media is live streaming dozens of high school basketball games this year, and we're following Huntington closely this week. On Thursday, the Highlanders are at South Charleston to take on the Black Eagles. Remember, all HD Media games are free and only on hdmediagameday.com. This Huntington team going through its woes today. Plenty of turnovers. It'd be closer to 20 than it is to 10 right now. They are struggling to take care of the ball, but they are still in it. They tied that quarter up 10-10, 11-11, I believe, as it was 22 for the Highlanders at half. But they're still got a glimmer of hope. Tavion Wilson, he started to catch fire. He's at 9 points now. Scored 5 of those in the last quarter, including an and one and a dunk off a pick and roll look. But the Cougars are just too strong on defense, too patient on offense to let Huntington even get a chance of momentum. It's been a very ethical game by this Capital team. They're not taking exactly what the Highlanders are giving them out of their 4 different defensive looks we've really seen. We've seen 2-3, 3-2 man, and I'm sure a 1-3-1 or a press will come out here soon in desperation mode for the Highlanders. Wilson wanted to get it out, and another turnover for Huntington. And if you're Coach Lambros Fingos, you are going crazy in practice on Wednesday watching film, because it's a manageable game that is going away from very costly, easy mistakes. Wide open 3, Williams, no good. They got lucky. He just hit one to end the quarter just a minute ago. But they won't pay for that mistake, trying to get on the board here to start things off early. Stolen away by Capital. Oh my, that's a charge. Physical layup. And Darius Thomas wants to get in the contact, initiate it himself, but when number 4, Hannah's sitting down there, not moving a muscle, it's a hard foul to call in the favor of Capital. So it'll be the first foul of the quarter. 2 missed opportunities from Capital, open 3 and a charge on a transition layup. Freshman Chandler picks up his dribble, he's stuck, gets it out to Djanka, who has one made 3. He had made that in the third quarter. Went through the layup, stolen away by Morgan. They're going to call a jump ball. That's a fast jump ball. It'll stay Capital ball, so a turnover regardless, but Kasai Morgan was all over that Djanka drive. So it's been turnover. Huntington to start off the third quarter. Probably couldn't start things off worse as a Highlander fan. 10-point lead still. Morgan controlled the game there in the second quarter for Capital. Didn't see him much in the third, but he's back in action now, guarded by Chandler. And we saw them get up into their man defense earlier, Huntington, to end the third. Now kind of laying off, letting them play at their own pace again, and that's the last thing you want to do down 10 in the fourth quarter. If he thinks about one, Morgan hesitates and gets it out to the wing. Just so slow. 30-second possession already and still ticking. Spencer to Morgan, guarded by Wilson. That's a speed mismatch, but taking him down low and finishes over him. Kasai Morgan have a night. Give him 9 points now. And the deficit enlarges to 12. A 45-second possession that ended with a layup. Perfect from Capital. 3 in response, no good. Offensive rebound by Huntington, though. Wide open 3. Had time to think about it, and that might be the problem. No good from Pearson Djanka. And you got to get up in defense. You cannot let Capital have a minute-long possession again that ends in a layup. And they'll finally take that initiative. Djanka starting to pick him up near the center of that ball. Oregon trying to get downhill. Rejects the screen. Goes in with the right. Fadeaway. Blocked. Rebounded by Camden. Trying to move it around. Gets to the mid-range. No good. Off the glass. Offensive board. No good again. That's 2 offensive boards. 3 by Morgan now. This will be their 4th shot of the possession. Another minute-long one. And Huntington's coach can't believe it. He's not even standing anymore. Morgan, guarded by Djanka. Thought about it there on the step back. Gets to a mid-range, passes it off. And physical, stolen away by Wilson. So they end up empty-handed after 3 offensive rebounds, and they get a layup in transition from Chandler, assisted by Wilson, who got the steal. Deficit down to 10 again, but still 4:30 left. Capital being very patient. Crowd gets a little bit of reaction there from the G.J. Spencer crossover. Gets downhill to his left, and the layup's good by Spencer. 4 minutes left, and still trailing. Spinning in, he got caught hard. Both players fall hard. So you hope they're both quick to get up there. As in a lot of ugly contact by the baseline. Foul will go against Camden Harris. He's going to be limping a little bit. Going to sub him out. Looks like he'll be good to stay in. And if he's going to be a baseline out of bounds, they say he wasn't going up for a shot yet. Wilson's in the corner. Looks like his face is beaten up a little bit. They will take him out, and that's a big loss. Max Bowman's no slouch, but their leading scorer having to come out with 4 minutes left to do something like that is not ideal. Harris will check out, as well as Kasai Morgan will come out of the game. We'll keep it here on the perimeter, on the baseline, out of bounds play, no look. And this tight ball pressure. And going up with a layup, this time he's fouled. Chandler will head to the line for 2 on that one. They might have caught Tavion Wilson in the eye there, as blinking a little hard, trying to figure out where he's at. But he should be good to come back to this game, and they're going to need every bit of it as soon as possible. Chandler has 2 made threes, the only freshman rostered on this Huntington High varsity basketball squad. He'll miss his first. He's sitting at 8 points. If he made both of those, he would have been at 10, but trying to knock down 9. So we'll have a timeout here. Full timeout coming from Huntington. Going to talk things over, and they really need to. Not sure what to do here, and this timeout's going to give time for Wilson to come back, as you're going to hear that Capital High School pet band. Haven't heard much of them today, but they are a loud and rowdy bunch that can disrupt with any broadcast and any fan in attendance. But while we're sitting here in the timeout, we'd like to mention that HD Media Game Day brings you more than live coverage of the Kanawha Valley's best basketball matchups. We also have exclusive, in-depth conversations with the area's top high school and college coaches and players. Visit the HD Media Game Day YouTube channel today to see the latest episodes of Coach's Corner and 84 Feet, hosted by award-winning sports reporter Taylor Kennedy. It's a good show to tune into when you ever have the chance. Now, Huntington, to get the answers that they need, they're going to have to get up on defense, maybe head into a 1-3-1, maybe a diamond press, maybe full court man, just anything to pressure the ball, because I've never seen more lackadaisical dribbling in the fourth quarter by a team than the Capital High School Cougars today. They have been relentless on picking the shots they want. They had a 4 offensive rebound possession earlier. They had a minute-long possession with no shots until an open layup that was made by Kasai Morgan over Tavion Wilson, who will not be returning yet. They have a bit of a younger group in. The first time we've seen number 22, Armand Washington, in the game since that mass sub we saw earlier in the first quarter after the 12-2 run that opened this thing up for Capital. Second free throw on the way from Kyron Chandler. And that one no good, so 0 for 2 from the line for Huntington High there when they needed both of them. Morgan is back into the game, guarded by Chandler. We'll get this dribble handoff look back and forth. Get the man they want to have the ball. Number 2 with the matchup he wants, no good. Rebound not there, jump ball forced. It'll be Huntington ball still, but it's good to have the possession arrow in your favor. A great effort by Josiah Green. 47-35. And we mentioned earlier David Robinson Jr. for Capital was out. Isaiah Lapsley, the 15.4 points per game, scorer, 1.7 rebounds, also missing in this contest for Huntington. He is a driving force to this offense, and his presence has been missed today. As you can imagine, those 15 points will put them in the lead right now. But Dzinka lose control a little bit. Wants a foul, won't get it there. So a little bit of contact. And 3 minutes left. It's go time for Huntington. Open 3, doesn't get a clean look at it as it's deflected out of bounds by Capital. 2 key injuries for either side. Lapsley and Robinson Jr. have affected this game, and see which team is hurting more from their absence. Not being able to string anything together, and Wilson only at 9 for Huntington. And Wilson back into the game, post feed, bounces his way to the corner, drives baseline, and he'll be shoved out of bounds. They'll call a foul on Josiah Green there, just too much body on the baseline drive. And Capital's 4th foul. So one more, and Huntington High is going to be in the bonus. No fouls on Huntington so far. That 3 no good for Dejinka, fading away off 1 foot. Not a bad shot for him, but he only has 1 made today, so not sure ideal look. Spencer dribble handoff back and forth. Williams will get it now. Guarded by Washington. Control a bit, and here's some good move by Williams, and 1. Deshad Williams have a night. 12 points for Williams, pending this free throw to make it 13. And the Capital team that scored 63 last week has had some high-scoring contests. Prided themselves on defense today. That puts them at 50 now, and it's been a loud 50. You felt every point Capital has scored. 15-point deficit, and a Huntington team that's almost gone cold here. Dejinka gets it. Now Wilson's going to try and get downhill. Long skip. Trey there on the catch. And anyone who wants to see Capital have a test, this Huntington team is no slouch. 4-2, very talented. They have handled them. There's a great layup, though. It's not over. Kyron Chandler up to 10 points for the freshman. Mountain State, a very competitive basketball conference. The top is heavy between Capital, Huntington, and Park South. And George Washington, also an undefeated team. George Washington truly undefeated. They haven't lost a game this year. Foul there, first one for Huntington. They'll call that on Dejinka. 1:39 remaining. The lead at 13. As we'll see the last of DJ Spencer today, he checks out of the game. Number 32, Thomas Gurley, the senior, will come in, as well as senior Zane Lewis to get some minutes. It's a 3rd foul on Huntington as their discipline coming back to just make the game a little boring, as they had no fouls until the last 2 minutes of this contest in the 4th. The 2 technicals we saw at the start by Capital proved to be non-essential in deciding the final of this game. They're trying to foul here intentionally and trying to get a steal at least, won't get it. And Lewis will receive it now. 125. Dejinka tried to get a steal, won't get it. Just keeping it safe around the perimeter, trying to stick with him. They'll keep it going around. Here's the senior. No good, in and out. Gets his own rebound. Going up against Wilson. 0 for 2, can't get it. And that bench was ready to explode. Half of them on their feet. The crowd wants them to get a bucket too. Lewis wants a floater. Gets the mid-range. Blocked by Wilson. Stolen away after the block. Wilson will be called with a foul, and he'll come to the line shooting 2. Zane Lewis got a little physical there after getting his shot blocked. A little angry at the world. But what a game for Deshad Williams. 13 points. Just phenomenal. 9 for Kasai Morgan. Free throw good for Wilson. Saw 10 from the freshman Kyron Chandler today, too. Williams will just check out of the game. DJ Spencer checked out a little bit earlier And he had allowed 8 points. He did everything he could have. Second free throw, no good for Huntington High. And they'll call a foul, sending Lewis to the line for a chance of his first points of the night. And this Capital team, like I said, against that Columbus team earlier, they won 63-49 just a couple of days ago. 10 players ended up on the board in that one. This one close so far. They got 7, 8 right now. A chance at 9 with Lewis. I believe they're actually already at 9, and they will be. So Lewis has a chance to make it 10 players scoring in back-to-back games, but looks like they didn't foul Lewis, so I stand corrected. Josiah Green will knock down the free throw. Second one on the way with 40 seconds left. And it will fall, so 8 points for Green, the 11.5 point per game scorer. Not, like I said, not a high scoring game, but a controlled game for Capital nonetheless. Lewis getting very physical. That time he goes down, a little slow to get up, but it's like he's got a little bit of blood there. Yeah, he's going to have to take probably the rest of this game out for the next 35 seconds. Like mentioned earlier, make sure you stay updated with all of our social media pages on htmediagameday.com as we follow Huntington High over to South Charleston, the Convention Center, to take on the Black Eagles. All games are free and on htmediagameday.com. They still tend to Lewis, taking care of him on the court, getting the celebrity treatment. It's a 14-point deficit. 2 free throws are going to be on the way for Chandler. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Lewis will be able to walk off on his own merit. He caught pretty mean contact there onto the lip, contesting that layup by Chandler. As they'll clean up the floor now. So waiting to get everything settled. It will be, since they're in the bonus, I don't believe it was a shooting foul, but every foul in the bonus is a shooting foul on defense. We'll have Chandler already sitting at 10 points as a freshman, came in and led the team in scoring so far. Wilson sitting at 10 himself. Number 13 will check into the game. Darius Thomas for Lewis earlier. Morgan still in the game. That'll be it for Josiah Green. He finishes with 8 points. That one swirls around and in for Chandler. Moves him up to 11. Second one will fall, so from 0% to 50%, 2 of 4 from the line today. 12 is the total and the outright leader for the Huntington Highlanders in scoring. 10 points for Hannah, who made 3 threes. 2 of those in the first half. As half effort, half just trying to want to go home for Huntington High. Try to get to their big senior. He'll pass it back out. Thinks about a 3 for the JV. Here's a mid-range. Rim in and out, no good. And 5 seconds left now. Just going to dribble it out. So your final score here. Capital Cougars move to 9-2. Huntington will fall to 4-3 this Thursday. Huntington versus South Charleston. Don't miss it. Your final score. Capital 52. Huntington 40. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been Brent Wilson and a great night. Everyone, have a good second.